Hi everyone. Today we're going to discuss relationship problems because I know there are a lot of people out here who have lived their life going through many crazy heartbreaks without knowing what exactly went wrong, why is it always them, and how to not get their heart broken badly like this anymore. This video specifically is dedicated to people who have 7th house Mars influence in their birth charts, meaning people who have a Mars ruled 7th house, Mars in the 7th house, Venus and or the 7th house lord in a Mars ruled sign, so in Aries or Scorpio, and Venus and or 7th house lord aspecting Mars, amongst other things. There are a few other aspects that qualify as well, and you can look at the memo that is on the screen right now if you want to see all the configurations that fall under the 7th house Mars influence category. So yeah, as you see, there are many configurations that can lead to having this energy in your birth chart. And this is an energy that is pretty noxious for relationships. If you have been following me on Twitter, you probably already know where this is going. But there are a lot of other people who do not follow me on Twitter and deserve to know the tea. Furthermore, I have made some discoveries recently that will only be shared in this video, so you better watch until the end, babe. Alright, let's get into it. What is 7th house Mars influence? This is the energy that manifests itself when you have Martian energy over your 7th house through one or multiple of the placements I listed earlier, as they are not mutually exclusive. The manifestation of this energy results in always being done dirty in crazy ways by people you expected betrayal from the least. Like people that you strongly feel attracted towards from the outset that you thought you had really good chemistry with upon meeting them end up doing you crazy. And on the opposite hand, people who you weren't even interested in, people that had quite of a rather boring, maybe somewhat annoying, or even a rather repulsive vibe to you, even if they never did anything bad to you, like you just really prefer to stay away, well, those are the people who end up loving you in ways that exceed not only expectations you had in regards to them, but also expectations you had about how much you could be loved, which can basically be summed up as inverted signals. Like feeling like you have really good chemistry with someone and then things going south, or feeling like you don't really vibe with someone and realizing the person is actually pretty lovely and treating you right. Yeah, those are pretty much inverted signals when it comes to the intuitions that you get in terms of your ability to form durable and harmonious relationships with people. And this energy is what is at the root of your relationship problems. Why is that so? Because Mars is the god of war, meaning when interacting with people, Mars isn't looking for socialization and creating bonds. Mars is looking for strife and conflicts instead so that he can have the opportunity to be at war and make the inner warrior come out from you. And of course, no one can tell Mars what to do, so even though your 7th house ruler and Venus are supposed to take the lead when it comes to relationships, Mars takes over in ways that supersede the commandment of your 7th house lord and Venus. Now, how does Mars get you to be in positions in which you will go to war wholeheartedly? The answer is simple. Mars tricks you into being attracted towards people he knows there will be a problem with. And of course, because we live our lives thinking we are always in control, when we are socializing and we feel we have a good chemistry with someone, we don't think, oh, it must be Mars back at it again. We simply think we are getting along and should further bond with this person. And once Mars got us to be close enough, this is when the problems will start. People with 7th house Mars influence are generally not fond of conflict and will do their best to stay away from things they know will be a source of conflict. What better way to get into war than be so deeply emotionally involved that the need for war becomes visceral once you are betrayed? Mars knows that, hence why you always tend to be attracted towards the wrong people. The wrong people for love, maybe, but more than right for war. Do not fret though, as there are several ways to remedy 7th house Mars influence. And today, we will focus on one of them specifically. I have already talked about most of those remediations a lot on Twitter, as well as in my masterclasses that are available on my Patreon, so I will not be repeating myself about those in this video. You can go look for these informations on my Twitter page or subscribing to my Patreon. Instead, I come to you with some hot, freshly brewed tea on the matter. If you have 7th house Mars influence in your chart, I need you to pay close attention to what I am about to say right now, and also to get ready because given the way we approach relationships nowadays, you may not like this one. Alright, here it is. Recently, I was thinking about the fact Saturn, which pertains to rules, standards, and also tradition, exalts in Libra, sign of relationship and marriage, and then things suddenly clicked for me. A major key to remediating 7th house Mars influence is to approach relationships in a Saturnian way, so in a traditional way. This means not rushing things, not giving the goodies early on, letting yourself be courted, to have standards, being taken to proper dates only, flowers, be difficult to earn, etc., etc. Anything old fashioned will work much better than trying to play modernity, starting as friends with benefits and other things of the kind. Saturn exalting in Libra means embodying Saturn's energy will be beneficial to your relationships because Libra is the sign that pertains to relationships. This is something that can be true for pretty much everyone, except people who have a rather natural aversion for Saturnian energy, of course. But there are two types of people: those who can still enjoy relationships without doing that, and those whose relationships will most likely never thrive if they do not go by these rules. If you have 7th house Mars influence, you belong to the later group. Eventually, as I said, there are other things that can be done, and added to one another, their collective impact can be good enough for you to not have to engage with the Saturnian method if you really do not want to. Although I think the Saturnian method is probably the most promising path towards truly peaceful and durable relationships. Therefore, if you want to build something long lasting, you would gain getting into it. All in all, none of these remediations are mutually exclusive, so if you are already aware of other methods I previously shared, you can definitely keep up with them and apply the Saturnian method to a degree as well. Alright, that was it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn the notifications on so that you don't miss out on my future uploads. I have several other videos you can catch up with if you want more. And if you'd like to know more on this topic specifically, you can also support my video content on Patreon and access a special bonus in which we discuss a few things I have never mentioned before about Seven House Mars influence and will never mention elsewhere. All right. I'll see you all soon. Bye.